Good morning, friends. Today we are here to learn the anatomy of the brain. Brain is the important part of our body, human body. Without brain, the life cannot exist. So, brain has different parts. So, we will go through each and every part one by one. So, what is brain? First of all, we'll learn this one. What is brain? Brain is the delicate organ which is present inside the human body. The important part of the brain, that is, the brain is protected by the skull. Skull is covered by three membranous covering. You can see here, these are the three coverings which are called meninges. In between the coverings there are space, and this space are filled with the fluid which is called cerebrospinal fluid. Now this fluid acts like a cushion. And suppose in case of accident, if any mishap happens, then the brain can be protected easily only because of the cerebrospinal fluid. This fluid acts as a cushion. Now, there are different parts of the brain in the human body. First part is the cerebrum. Now cerebrum, we can see from the figure itself, the largest portion of our brain. This is the forebrain of the human brain. So forebrain is the largest portion of the brain. Now it is divided into two halves. You can see, for example, the structure of the brain. This is the structure of the brain. Right from the top, from the bottom. These are the different parts we will learn one by one. This is the structure of the brain. Now the first part is the cerebrum. Now you can see from the model itself, the largest part of the brain. This is the largest part of the brain. This is the cerebrum of the human body. You can see like this, cerebrum of the human body. Now this cerebrum is divided into two halves. You can see the two halves. These are the grooves in between. This is the right part. This is the left part. This brain is divided. This cerebrum is divided into two parts. Left hemisphere, which is called left cerebrum. This is the right hemisphere, which is called right cerebrum. Now what is the function of the two hemisphere? Each hemisphere controls the opposite side of the body. That means this is the right cerebrum. It controls the left part of our body. So this is the left cerebrum which controls the right part of our body. The function of these two hemispheres is very important. Next, now this left hemisphere, what is that? This left hemisphere is responsible for calculation. You can see this is the left hemisphere. It is responsible for the calculation and the word skill. Now calculation, now the students, they are doing maths. All the calculations are done in the maths. So all this calculation is controlled by the left hemisphere. Now different word skills in English. These word skills are also controlled by the left hemisphere itself. The next is the right hemisphere. You can see here. This right hemisphere, it also has a great function. Now sometimes we get frustrated with our regular life. What we do for enjoyment, for refreshment, we hear or we listen the music. Now music, hearing the music, we get satisfaction on hearing the music. That is only because of the right hemisphere. So right hemisphere gives us satisfaction after hearing the music. All the artisans, the potters, those who make pots, all the artistic skills, they are also controlled by the right hemisphere. So this is all about the cerebrum. And the important function of the cerebrum is that it controls the voluntary actions. Voluntary actions means the actions which is not done by us, which is come from the interior by its own. That is the voluntary actions. The second part of the brain is cerebellum. This is the cerebellum. This is the second part of the brain. Now from the model you can see the cerebrum. This is the cerebrum here, located at the base of the forebrain. This is the cerebrum. This is the smallest part of the human body. So this cerebrum has grooves. You can see these grooves and furrows. These are the furrows, these are the grooves. So cerebrum in the human body contain these grooves and furrows. Now the important function of this cerebrum is that it maintains the balance of the human body. That means you can see on the road, when you walk on the road, you find some people, an alcoholic people, he cannot able to walk properly. He walks clumsily. That means the cerebrum part of the human body doesn't coordinate with his body. This is only because of the cerebrum he cannot walk properly on the road. That is because he cannot coordinate with the muscular movement. Muscular movement doesn't help him. That's why he falls. This is the function of the cerebrum. And the next one is, you can see here, medulla oblongata. This medulla oblongata, this also plays a vital role in for the human brain. You can see here, this is the medulla oblongata just below the base of the cerebrum. This is the medulla oblongata. You can see these are the veins, ventricles, veins. These are present inside. You can see the veins from here. This medulla oblongata is the lowest portion of the human brain. Now it controls all the internal activities. Internal activities means breathing. That is controlled by medulla oblongata. Heartbeat, whatever